And down underneath the car I see something else has been replaced. It's a nice brand new AC compressor. Dealer AC compressor. Now, I've seen a few AC compressors fail on these cars, but not very many. But all the time we see the AC clutch fail, and we've been replacing the AC clutches on these, making a nice cheap repair that seems to be lasting, and absolutely a good repair as long as the fans work. I'll bet you this one just needed a AC clutch. Could have saved this customer a whole bunch of money over the dealer if they had come to us for an AC clutch rather than going to the dealer for a whole compressor. This transmission has a severe leak. It really makes a mess under the car, and when the transmission's full it leaves a puddle, a huge puddle. The transmission gets low pretty quick though, and then it doesn't leak as bad. And you see there the axle seal area, pretty wet, and there's a droplet right there on the bottom of the axle stub. Can you wiggle that while I hold the camera? All that movement is the problem. Something's failed inside, allowing all that movement. There is a bolt inside here. If you remove the axle, you can check that bolt to see that it's tight. But we did that last time this vehicle was here. And all that movement, you can see how much it leaks when we wiggle it. The other side's worn also and leaking, but not much to demonstrate over there. It's the same thing as over here. The strange things you see sometimes. We're replacing this transmission, and we took the antifreeze hose off the transmission cooler, and there's one side and there's the other side. What is in there? It is blocked completely. I think we might know why this transmission failed. It's like a fine mesh of metal. We'll dig some of that out of there and video what it is. Is that copper? Is that anti? Looks like a cross between anti-seize and stop leak. Crazy. So the customer damaged their oil pan and decided to change it themselves, but they didn't realize that there was a bolt here and a bolt here. So when they took the oil pan off, it seemed a little stuck, and so they pried and wiggled and broke the rear main seal, which is plastic, because those two bolts screw in here and here, which is missing. So we got to do the transmission because they broke their rear main seal. And here's what I did yesterday. Spark plug, broken coil pack. Just wanted to make this short video. I got a cat code P0420, and I'll show you what I found. There it is. There's your problem, lady. I don't like it. The customer has this 06 Jetta with a rattle noise. It's the DSG flywheel has worn out. These rattle all the time. This is one of the worst ones I've ever heard, though. It also makes some noise when I shut it down, so I'm going to let you listen to it while I shut it down. Doing a flex coupling replacement this morning, not too interesting. It was leaking like a sieve. It's an aftermarket assembly and it probably didn't fit right. It was probably all cocked in there. That's why it broke inside the flex coupler. But here's the interesting part that I thought I'd share. The inside of the flex coupler has deteriorated and passed into the catalytic converter. Wow, I didn't think it'd be that bad. Nice. Cat looks reasonably okay. Although it's a little bit hot from the cut and burning myself. Okay, we have a 2012 GTI with a 2-liter TSI engine, and customers are using too much oil. And you can see there in the oil pickup tube, there is a little drop in there. And he's getting some drips coming out of right here. That's the left side of the intercooler. And there is a seal around there to seal that up. But he's saying he's using too much as he's using the car. He's monitoring how much he's adding, and too much is coming out. I wouldn't consider that too abnormal right there, because there is a fine mist coming out of the turbo all the time. And I mean a real fine mist, not like a Windex spray, but a 1/100th of a Windex spray. So what we're going to do is clean that off, and we're going to run the car and see how much oil comes out of it. Brake clean. Blow nozzle. Nice and clean now. All right, go ahead and start it. Go ahead and rev it up like you were. Vroom, vroom. That right there is too much oil usage. Customer has some lean codes, and we can hear a vacuum leak down here. And as I wiggle this, it changes pitch just a little bit, but the true test is when I do this. Hopefully you can hear it on camera. It affects the engine. You can hear it sucking into the engine. So those injectors are leaking vacuum. Or at least this first one is. Where's that noise on that Jetta coming from?